This is day 6 of drawing. Made simple, drawing made easy. Drawing is simple, drawing is easy. You can all draw. And this is my little series to illustrate how easy it can be by doing it hopefully every day is the goal for myself, and get a little live stream going, but mainly just to ignite someone's passion out there to get going. So I'm just going to start off putting pencil to paper, creating some sort of form on the page. I have no pre-existing idea of what it's going to be, but I've already made a circle here and a circle here. Can turn into shoulders and a head, or maybe I'll turn it into something else. Could also be a plant, some sort of alien. I'm not going to put any hard ideas of what it's supposed to be just yet. I'm going to expand it a little bit. It looks pretty grotesque at the moment. Not too sure what it's going to be. Could be the eye. Could be anything. I'm not quite sure. But I'm just going to keep expanding and playing with ideas and shapes until something arises. Hello. Greetings. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Barnwa? Barna? It's a cool name though. I've never heard of it before. I love hearing new names. I think it's going to be some sort of creature. It seems like this is going to be the head. And I'm not quite sure what this is. Maybe the eye? I'm going to give it some big old legs here. Kind of give it a bit of a wireframe before I commit to anything, so I can see what's going to turn into. I might actually put this head a little bit bigger. And make it so that this blends into the mouth. Yeah. Try to keep it reasonably symmetrical, but since it's organic, it doesn't need to be exact. It's going to have some give in the symmetry. If you look at your own hand, it's not going to be exact with the symmetry to the other hand. There's going to be disproportionate in a slight variation. So yeah, that's always a good little confidence boost if you're a little bit worried about your drawings not being symmetrical. Might even have his body rotate around this side. Cross out it on the other side. It's going to be visible. And I'm thinking have it arch up like this, almost like a lobster. And now we have the majority of my idea on the page to work off of. And that didn't take very long at all, about 8 minutes roughly, to get some sort of shape to work on. Now, not all the time is it going to be this quick, or sometimes it might take a little bit longer, but genuinely, reasonably quickly, can make for some more genuine ideas. Popping. Overall doing well. He's gonna have little furry feet. Like, you know how some bugs have those burrs on their feet? I think he's gonna have that kind of, looks like he's wearing a shoe. But I think we're gonna spend some more time on the head. Get something I like. Kind of like the idea of having like pincers for the mouth. It's a fun idea. And maybe it's adapted to grow this big thing to scare off other animals, to make it look like it has a big old eye. Where in reality it has little eyes here. Who blimmin' knows? Greetings, Logan. Hope you're having a fantastic morning, evening, and or night. It's currently raining where I am located. Otherwise, I'm doing well. Oh, I had a cool idea. Maybe it has little arms here. That's all. Little thing was going in. And this is still like the idea stage. Like, all of these sketches that I'm going to do in this series are going to be mainly ideas and not so much fully fledged renders. So they're going to be shorter, around about 20 to 30 minutes. Because a proper render takes at least an hour. It doesn't have to be in one session, but yeah, if you want to get into the nitty gritty, can usually take several hours. An hour is being quite modest. But totally up to you how much time you want to spend on a given day doing it. I always say, spend 2 minutes at the start, just so you can get good at the skill of showing up and being there, because that is one of the hardest parts. Just showing up. And if you can show up, then you can usually do pretty well at whatever skill you were trying to develop. Now, this looks really strange and pretty grotesque. I'm not going to lie. But you know what? I'm going to follow it through to the 20-minute mark for today and see where it takes me. I'm not quite sure. I'm also not using any reference, whether that is helpful or unhelpful. It's totally on your call whether you use reference. Sometimes I do use reference. Like for this project, I may, if I wanted to develop it further, look at lobster photos and try and work out their anatomy a little bit of their tail, fix that up a little bit. Look at something that has these pincer-like mouths, like an ant, perhaps, and maybe do something related. Now, I've been staring at this thing in the middle. I think it's best if I turn it into a little head garment. Like so. Pretty grotesque, not gonna lie. Not 100% confident in this one, but that is okay. You're not gonna hit miles out of the park every single time. It's just the act of showing up. And that is the most important part. Kinda cool. The head needs some work. I like the idea of pincers and having a headpiece, but you maybe work on the head garment into a different design. I like the idea of having like this U shape here, but I think it can be a little bit more developed into, I don't know, something like this maybe. You know, I'm just playing around with different ideas. It's not the final design, so it doesn't matter if you draw anything over it. Yeah, maybe something like this. And you gotta remember, like, this is the animal kingdom, so you gotta have a reason for the evolution. Lots of animals have like scare tactics, especially bugs and things. So having like big eyes and big shapes like these to scare off prey and predators, and then maybe do the mouth underneath here. Or maybe do something more circular. I'm not sure. There's no right or wrong answer. But I'm going to leave it at the 20-minute mark. Depending on how keen keen I am on any given day, I will extend accordingly. But at a minimum, I want to at least put 20 minutes into it. Now, this one isn't anything special or anything crazy, but it's part of the process to help develop the skill by creating things that work, creating things that don't work, seeing why they don't work and why they might work, and just, yeah, all around being experimental and not holding too tightly onto your preconceived notions on how good it's supposed to be. Anyway, that's all for today. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next iteration. Peace.